doing as a teacher. So then I'm going to go to the white arrow, and I'm going to zoom in here so you can see really well. So one thing I'll do is I'm going to change the color of this text. That might help too. So if I make this text all yellow, then you can see that blue highlighter there a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
So when I click, they're all white dots. And so if I click on a line, it pulls that line out, right? And so if I want to pull it straight up so it doesn't go at an angle, I can hit the Shift key.
Got it.
So if I wanted to play with something simple and just make it, you know, say I was playing with piano or something and I wanted to make something like that. If I want to delete points, I can click on one. So notice I clicked on the point, right? So, and here, if I want just to move this point, I click on the point rather than clicking on the line. And the dot turns blue. So if I click on a point and I delete, it deletes that point, and then notice two other points show up that turn blue. So they automatically become highlighted. And notice the line is blue here, but there's no blue line there because it's not a shape anymore. So let me go like here. So this is a full shape that I can, in theory, move. I have to ungroup it. Ungroup. I'm not even sure. Yeah, I think I'd have to go through some more rigmarole to move that. But if I click all of this, I can, sometimes it doesn't work. So I have this point, so I can pull that point over, right? So if I want, so I was going to show you, if I delete one point, I can delete the other two, and that shape goes away. So say I wanted to create a new shape in here, I could put a full, oops, funny, I accidentally created an octagon, which is kind of fun, right? Eventually I'll show you how to make it really outline, but you can fake it by making it white. So it's like I changed the shape that was in there. So it looks like it's, or if I wanted to make it look like it broke, you know, you can fake it by doing that. But then now that you know the path, I don't know if you got to the Pathfinder tool yet, but the Pathfinder, if I did click that tool, then it really did that, right? So I can just make it green again. Or if I had moved this up here and I create the Pathfinder tool and I use this one, it really created it just like that E, but with a different shape inside. So if you were trying to manipulate a point, one thing I think is kind of a cute thing to do, actually, this isn't a perfect circle. You see that? It's an oval. So if I delete that and I create a perfect circle, I think this is a fun little thing too. So I created a perfect circle by holding down the Shift key, and then I'm going to fill this with white. So if you don't have, these two colors come automatically pre-packaged there, so you can just click on white, and then it looks like a little olive. Or if I add, there's your olive.
Now I'm in the mood for olives.
Quickly, you have these tools that you can go and play with. And so then if you say you wanted to fill in a shape, you could just put a box behind here. It's in front right now, but I select that blue, go to Object, Arrange, Send to Back, and then it looks like that's filled in. And this, because this is a full shape right now, I can't fill in that shape anymore. So I can do the same thing where I fill in a box that I put behind, fill it with the color, arrange, send to back, and then it makes it that color.
Okay.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try again and see if I can do it now.
Let me do something else too. So if you have a word that's with serif, so if I click hello here, how do you spell hello? My phone goes to that sometimes. And I go and I pick a serif typeface. Let's get scrolling down here. I have these Nato sands here. I don't know how they got loaded, and I don't know how to unload them. So even professors sometimes are challenged. I've tried a couple times, and I've just like, all right, I've got other things to do. Someday I'll figure it out. Don't have as many sans serif typefaces. All right, let me go up here again. I should have Adobe Garamond loaded. There it is. This is one of my favorite fonts. Okay. So here I have this as a serif. So serifs can be a little more challenging if, say, you wanted to make create outlines. If you wanted to take and then ungroup. Do you remember in the video I said sometimes, oh, it's not ungroup, it's not outlined. Okay, select, type, create outline, sorry. And then ungroup. Okay. So, so if I were to try to elongate this, see how weird that looks?
Yeah.
So if I wanted to do something with this, I would have to go and make sure I selected all of these.
Oh, it's possible that's what I need to do.
Even these two here, because see if I just grab, and what I'm doing is I'm going over top of them. I'm dragging over top of them to select them. So if I just select those, right?
Right.
Instead of, now notice the difference. If I select these two up here, notice how it retains the shape of the serif, because these points here are actually integral to that curve. So you see how that worked it. So if you grab by dragging over, so I just drag over and it selects them all. If you needed to, say you just wanted to make a change to smaller detail, you can go in and if you click on a shape, you get all the on the line of it. So if you select a shape, they're all blue, right? Maybe this is what I left out telling you. If you just click on the shape, you get all blue. If you click on the line, you know, the edge of it, then you get them hollowed out. And so then I can click a button and click another button. You know, I might have forgotten just to mention that.
Oh, okay. I think that's what I need to do.
Yeah, I may have, you know, sometimes things become so intuitive, I may forget.
Yeah.
On that. So when we regroup, I will definitely make sure I tell everyone.
Okay.
So yeah, go try it and then I'll show everyone again. We'll get
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Is there anyone there else that has a question?
Yes, I just emailed you asking if my work was submitted because on Blackboard it says that it was submitted, but you just emailed me saying it wasn't. So I don't know.
Maybe there was a delay. Let me check. So this is not this class. Let me switch back. So you see my screen?
Yeah.
So it's not there, right?
Oh, yeah, it's right there.
Oh,
Leon.
this is Cherry?
No, Liana Rich.
Liana Rich. Why am I not?
It's all the way down underneath.
Oh, down here. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, it is there.
Okay.
Sorry if I alarmed you.
No, it's okay. I just didn't know if it was working because it didn't work yesterday, so I just wanted to make sure it actually went through.
I think I had a delay, but it's there now. Thank you for following up.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. Is there anybody else out there?
We were supposed to be back here at 11:15, right?
11:30.
Okay.
Do you have anything you need to show you?
No, I'm just having a little bit of trouble like controlling the pen tool.
Yeah, it's a process. You know, one thing I realized, I just had somebody in here, I may not have shown you on the video. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah.
Let me show you something. So when you want to manipulate just a few points, if I'm on the white arrow now, right? So I'm going to zoom in here. If I click on the line, notice how these points are white, right? Can you see that they're white?
Yeah.
And when I click on it, it's blue. So, and it's a little confusing because the handle's blue, but there are points. So there are just points here. And so the point needs to be made blue in order to move it, okay? So if you click on the whole shape and you're trying to move a point, you might be moving the whole letter. So you have to click right on the edge so that they show up as white points. And then you can manipulate it,
Okay.
okay? I'm going to show everyone that again when you come back to it.
Thanks.
Anybody else out there that has a question? Oh, Grace? Yeah. Your friend's name was Callie. I remember that last night. I can think of it as like California. People sometimes refer to California as Cali. Hi.
Professor, the week rate 6 by 6.
Sorry, what?
The week rate 6 by 6.
It doesn't matter. 6 by 6 is fine. Because now that you know it's a vector file, you can enlarge it if you ever needed to. Anybody else have another question?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Would you like us to turn that in before the end of class, or that's just due next week?
No, it's due next Wednesday at 3 o'clock. So you'll always have until the next week to do it, because I want you to spend time with it and refine it, and you haven't had enough time to do that yet.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else have a question? Okay, there's 18 people on, so I'm going to wait a few more moments, and I'm going to show you something that I think I may have neglected to show you in the video. So if that's the case, I'll create a new video and show it to you. Okay, we've got 23. One more moment. You guys are really prompt. That's good. You must have set alarms. Wait one more minute. Is there anything that you guys want me to go over? I'm going to go over the manipulating points a little bit more. Is there anything else there that you guys want me to do? Okay, one thing while we're waiting, this will be review for most of you, but I just want to make sure that everyone knows how to upload. So you've seen that there's a new week's worth of work here. And when you go to upload your assignment, you click on the title of the assignment. So there's an underline that shows here. And when you click on that, it will bring you to this page, and you scroll down and it says browse computer, and you browse your computer to upload the assignment, and then you hit submit. You have to make sure you hit submit. Okay, so it's not intuitive going to find it right underneath that underline there. Okay, let's see. We've got 24 people here. I'm going to go and show you this. If anybody's delayed, I can show them again later. I don't want to hold the rest of you up. So here I put the word hello in here twice. So here we've got the word, and I have made it outline already. So one thing I wanted to show you is if you're choosing a serif font, I'm going to blow this up. Say you wanted to drag this line down. So if I ride over top of this, so I'm dragging my arrow over, and I'm in the white direct selection tool. notice I have these points plus these two selected. And then I'm just going to use my arrow tool on my keyboard, my down tool. So I'm going to show you if I had just selected these bottom points and not these two up here, when I drag it, see the way it distorts the serifs there? So you want to be judicious with what points you select. The other thing I want to show you, I'm going to make this all a different color so you'll be able to see a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here. So when I use the black arrow, you saw I grabbed the text and all those points. It's not letting me grab the individual one, sorry. So if with the black arrow, so I'm ungrouping, unselecting, grabbing the white arrow, and when I click, it shows all the blue points, right? And so if I want to grab an individual point, I'm reaching for this point, but the whole thing is moving. So I'm going to unclick, and then I'm going to hover over the path. See the way you see the little path word there? That may or may not show up depending on the settings on your program, but basically you're hovering over the line, and when you click, these anchor points should be white, okay? This blue dot here is the handle. The solid blues are the handles, so I can pull those to manipulate something, or I can click on the point to pull it out. So if you wanted to make a wonky serif, you could do something like that. I wouldn't recommend it, but that's how you would do it. I also put in here two words, one in serif and one in sans serif. Sometimes it's a little more challenging to, manipulate a sans serif font, so you want to make sure you grab not just these down here, but all of that, and then I can put it down. If you wanted to put a color behind here, you can take a shape and put that behind there. Drag it out. And fill that, and then I'm going to say arrange, send to back. Say you wanted a different kind of shape in here. So you can move this out. You can go back in here, and when using the white arrow, I click one point, it's blue. So it's just going to select and delete that one point when I hit the delete key. Notice how I've got this blue line here. That's showing the line, and then it's broken. So these are actually just, see the way it's a shape there? It's not, or it's a line, it's not a shape anymore, okay? So you can empty out a shape too by just deleting one point like that if you wanted to make a half circle. But say you wanted to change the shape that goes in your circle, and then I'm going to go to arrange, bring to front. Arrange, go to back. There. Okay. Looks kind of like an eyeball. And so then here, when you have a sans serif font, say you like the idea of this having these extended, they're not serifs, I don't know what you call them, appendix, you know what I'm trying to say. You could just make them shorter, or maybe you want them to connect, so I can hold down my shift, I can, if I can also just select a line. So if I click here, I've just selected that line and not the points, so I can drag that out. If I go all over, it will make a wonky shape, so I can start to drag it, and as I start to drag it, I hold down the shift key. So notice how when I move to the sheet, so I could do something like connect them if I wanted to. Now they look like eyelashes. Oh, look, there's an idea. Put the, oops, I have to ungroup this. So I'm going to cut and paste. And I'm going to put these eyelashes over my eye. Look at that. Instant design. But you can see how a little bit more. I think I may have neglected to show you how to select those points by clicking on the outline of the shape, and I apologize for that. So I will post that up there. Are there any other questions? Are you struggling with anything?
How do I twist it? Twist the shape.
You want to twist a shape?
Yeah, I want to have some kind of perspective thing, kind of feeling.
I'm not going to show you those tools yet, so we're going to keep it simple. I mean, you could kind of try to drag something, which is challenging. You know, you can kind of do this, but then you'd have to go in and readjust so you don't lose the integrity of the line form. So I'd like you to keep it simple because it's complicated to go and stretch and distort things too.
Okay.
Is there any other question? Anybody? Okay, here, let me close out of here. So I'm going to let you guys go now, and I'm still going to be here for the next 20 minutes. So if you forgot something or you go back to work and you notice something else, let me know and jump back on, okay? I'm still here. And you can always email me, and I think we're good then. Okay? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good week.
you.
Thank you.
Professor, could I just get your opinion on if I'm like on the right track for my
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Let me just load it up.
Yep.
Yeah, in high school I took 2 years of regular graphic design and then 2 years of AP.